Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni is paying an official visit to Vietnam. On November 24th, President Nguyễn Xuân Phúc hosted a welcome for and held talks with the Ugandan leader.
This is the first head of state delegation exchange between Vietnam and Uganda since the two countries established diplomatic relations in 1973. The visit is of great significance, marking an important milestone in the relations between the two sides. Welcoming President Yoweri Museveni, President Phúc highly appreciated the achievements that Uganda has obtained over the past time, including the successful response to the COVID-19 pandemic and recently Ebola epidemic. Phúc congratulated and believed that Uganda will successfully host the Non-Aligned Movement Summit in 2023, as well as successfully fulfill the role of Non-Aligned Movement Chair for the term 2023 to 2026. President Yoweri Museveni expressed admiration for Vietnam's struggle for national independence in the past, as well as the country's achievements in its renovation, integration, and development process. The guest also expressed his belief that Vietnam will continue to make effective contributions to the United Nations efforts to ensure peace, security, and development. Considering that the potential for cooperation between Vietnam and Uganda is still very great, the two leaders agree on specific orientations to promote bilateral cooperation in the coming time. After the talks, the two presidents witnessed the signing of a number of cooperation documents and memorandums of understanding in the fields of diplomacy, education, information communications, and agriculture.
On the same day, Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni was received by Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng and Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính. At the reception for Ugandan President Yoweri Museveni, Party General Secretary Nguyễn Phú Trọng stressed on the significance of his visit. Speaking highly of the agreements just inked between the two sides, Trọng affirmed Vietnam and Uganda pose huge cooperation potential that should be further tapped in the time to come. The Ugandan president, for his part, said that the Ugandan people have supported the Vietnamese people's struggle for national independence and held the Communist Party of Vietnam's role in protecting and developing Vietnam into a prosperous nation. The two leaders agreed to strengthen the bilateral relations in an effective and practical manner, bringing the ties into a new development phase that meets the desire and potential of both countries. Receiving President Yoweri Museveni, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính congratulated Uganda's achievements in politics, socio-economic development, epidemic response, as well as positive contributions in various multilateral mechanisms. Prime Minister Chính stressed that the two countries should try their best to increase trade turnover in the coming time. Favorable conditions should be created to help the two sides' goods to penetrate each other's markets, as well as the East African and ASEAN, he suggested. President Yoweri Museveni agreed with the host leader's suggestion. Accordingly, trade, investment, and agricultural cooperation will be the focus of the bilateral relationship. The Ugandan leader stressed that he would make efforts to further promote the multifaceted cooperation with Vietnam. National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ is paying an official visit to the Philippines. On November 24th, the National Assembly Chairman met with host Vice President Sara Duterte. Chairman Huệ congratulated Sara Duterte on being trusted by the Filipino people and elected as Vice President of the country. Huệ also conveyed the regards from Vietnamese senior leaders to former President Rodrigo Duterte, further Vice President Sara Duterte. Vice President Sara Duterte, for her part, appreciated Hue's visit, saying it will contribute to further strengthening and promoting relations between the two countries. On the occasion, the Vice President thanked Vietnam, which she described as a reliable partner of the Philippines in ensuring the country's food security over the past time. During their meeting, the two leaders agreed to strengthen bilateral relations in all channels of the party, government, parliament, and people-to-people exchanges. A trade and investment forum between Vietnam and the Philippines was held in Manila, the Philippines, on November 24th as part of the official visit by National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ to the Southeast Asian neighbor. Addressing the event, National Assembly Chairman Vương Đình Huệ said the two countries share similar strategic benefit values, with two-way trade hitting $7 billion. The two governments and legislatures will offer all possible support for investors and enterprises, he said, adding the two economies are not competitive but supplementary to each other. President of the Philippine Senate, Juan Miguel Zubiri, for his part, hailed Vietnam for its vibrant and pro-business environment. He said he fully supports the strengthening of economic, trade, and investment ties with Vietnam. At the forum, Philippine corporate representatives expressed their interest in electric vehicles, apparel, and renewable energy. Deals on export imports of cement and clinker and distribution of vaccines against African swine flu in the Philippines were also cited at the event. The 20th Vietnam International Plastics and Rubber Industry Exhibition is underway in Ho Chi Minh City with both offline and online displays.
The exhibition attracts the participation of 270 manufacturers from 19 countries and territories, who are showcasing their latest technologies and development trends in the plastic and rubber industries. It gathers well-known global suppliers and brought solutions across multiple spheres. With support from all long-term partners and a growing number of first-timers, the exhibition has become the bellwether of its industries in Vietnam. The organizers said Vietnam's plastic market is thought to have returned to pre-pandemic levels, and is expected at over 10% over the next 5 years. Organized at the Saigon Exhibition and Convention Center, the expo will run until November 26 and is expected to attract 15,000 visitors.
Trade between Vietnam and the EU reached $52.5 billion in the first 10 months of this year, up 14% over the same time last year, according to the Ministry of Industry and Trade.
The ministry said exports hit $39.7 billion in the period, a year-on-year increase of 23.5%. The EU is currently Vietnam's leading trade partner and third largest export market, with an annual export growth rate of 7.5%, accounting for 13.6% of the Southeast Asian countries' total export turnover in 2015 to 2021 period. The market share of Vietnamese goods in the EU total imports is 1.8%, higher than that of other Southeast Asian countries such as Malaysia, Thailand, Indonesia, and Singapore.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development aims to have local production using 25 organic fertilizers in the next 3 years.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development also plans to increase the amount of qualified production by 1.25 times, equivalent to 5 million tons per year. The ministry said it would develop the production and use of organic products while maintaining efficiency and sustainability and contributing to promoting added value and protecting the environment. The industry is developing a model for the use of organic fertilizers using economically balanced and effective fertilizers in 9 key national crop groups. Total fertilizer production capacity of Vietnam reached more than 29 million tons per year, including organic fertilizer.
The permanent mission of Vietnam to the UN, the World Trade Organization, and other international organizations in Geneva attended an international festival charity bazaar held at the UN office headquarters.
The charity bazaar is held annually to raise funds for children living in difficult circumstances around the world, including those from Vietnam. Like in previous editions, the Vietnamese mission continued introducing to international friends typical handicraft products and food, imbued with the identity of Vietnamese culinary culture. This year, it also organized an exhibition of 15 paintings of Pham Nam Kim, former director of the Vaud State Bank in Switzerland. These paintings depict the beauty of Vietnamese people, as well as renowned landscapes such as Hon Kim Lake, and the Temple of Literature in Hanoi. The 2022 festival attracted thousands of visitors.
Antique lover Nguyễn Hải Hương from Vĩnh Lộc district in the North Central province of Thanh Hóa has amassed a collection of over 50,000 antiquities. He has opened a gallery to showcase unique artifacts associated with Vietnam's historical periods.
On an area of more than 4,000 square meters, Hung built rows of ancient houses made of bamboo and cork leaves to display his collection. He also bought 5 old houses from local people to create space for his collections, from pottery, bronze, and iron of all ages to pots, vases, tools, and rudimentary weapons of days long gone. Such items are arranged skillfully to help visitors imagine Vietnam's history of national building and defense. Main attractions in Hung's antique collections include a Dong Sun bronze drum dating from the 7th century BC, a genie statue from the Dong Sun culture, copper coins, and many antiques from the Ho and Lee dynasties.
My pastime over the past 30 years has resulted in acquiring over 50,000 antiques. I want to expand the exhibition area so that visitors can come to learn about the 4,000-year-old history of Vietnam through these objects.
After starting out 30 years ago, Hung's antique collection has expanded with time. Entry to the display area is free. It has also become a satellite attraction in the World Cultural Heritage of the Ho Dynasty Citadel, drawing many domestic and foreign visitors.
I was amazed at his collection, which includes many items from different periods, as well as the Ho Dynasty Citadel in the locality. I will also tell my friends about Hung's antique gallery.
After more than 30 years of finding old items, Hung has no intention of giving up. For him, collecting antiques is not only a pastime in the hustle and bustle of modern life, it also helps him gain more knowledge about the history and culture of people throughout each period. His dream is to expand the exhibition area and establish a private museum to promote local cultural heritage values to a wide range of domestic and international visitors.
The Organization of Vietnam Records of Viet Kings handed away a certificate on November 22nd, recognizing a cooking contest as having the largest number of dishes from 13 Mekong Delta cities and provinces.
The contest attracted 60 artisans and skilled professional cooks from 13 localities in the Mekong Delta. They were divided into 30 teams, with 2 members in each. Every province had 2 teams, which were required to cook from 4 to 6 local dishes within a 2-hour period.
We wanted to redetermine the typical dishes of the region. Food and tourism are 2 specific factors attracting visitors to the Mekong Delta.
The gastronomy of the Mekong Delta region is diverse, and the contest is an opportunity for me to learn more about the gastronomy of other localities and broaden my knowledge.
Contestants presented around 130 dishes such as phu sa soup, made from mangrove apples, bak lut turnip cake, and sok trang noodle soup, among others.
And that has wrapped up a news bulletin. Thanks for watching and see you next time.